New York is full of gifs. I always tell people that this town is full of amazing gifts, and we shouldn't take it for granted. And I'm coming up the FDR Drive, and what do I see to my right? Just another New York City gift. There you go. Hey, buddy. So, yes, I am on. Oh, that's not good. Are you still recording, buddy? You gonna be okay, little buddy? Alright. I had an amazing day today. I woke up with a lot of energy. I woke up feeling pretty good. No neck pain, no knee pain. I'm able to now just use my stomach muscles to get out of the bed. I don't have to put the weight on my shoulder. So I've always had, for the last few years, some serious shoulder pain, because when I get up, well, another thing too, I'm sleeping on this side a lot. Like today, I slept on this side. I had to force myself to lay flat on my back, and I can lay flat on my back for a while, much longer than I was able to just 3 months ago. 3 months ago, laying on my back became very difficult because of all the my breathing. I was like, I felt like I was about to choke. And I am really, really stoked about being able to lay on my back and get a few hours in. I do go back to the side, and this shoulder doesn't hurt like it normally does, because I can now use my stomach muscles to get up out of the bed, opposed to pushing myself off with this shoulder and hurting my shoulder so much. And my knees feel amazing. I find myself kind of even jogging. Might just be to the car, might just be to where the trash can is at, but I find my pep in my step is up. And I can feel the changes are happening, and I'm really, really excited about that. Or like the kids like to say, I'm super excited about that. Today I opened up, I broke my fast today at around 2:30 in the afternoon. And I stopped just now. I couldn't help it. But look, I stopped and got this. And check this out. I feel like we're in some sort of like weird space. It's 2 for $1.50. And when I get to the store, I'm looking all around the store, and all they had was the crunchy Cheetos. And I was like, what the hell, man? No puffs? And then the store was really like, it was off of 3rd Avenue and 60-something Street. So I was expecting some sort of like vegan puff. At some point, I was ready to I just wanted a puff. Some sort of cheese puff. And lo and behold, I find this, the 2 bags that I picked up. The one I showed you is the half open bag. There still is, oh no, there aren't any in this one. This one is gone. This one didn't make it. But I actually stopped eating the second one to pull over and take those videos. So those puffs were in my bag all of like 5, in my car all of like 7 minutes. And the only reason why there's a half a bag left is because I'm talking to you. So I must once again thank you. Thank you for letting me take a breath. I'm still eating junk food on this diet. Still eating junk food, and I think it might be time for me to stop. Because yes, I do have more energy. Yes, I am fitting my clothing better. But there's just something about this diet that just feels wrong, that I just can't eat. Like, I can drink a Coca-Cola. I can eat 2 bags of chips. And eat 2 full meals. And I'm still losing weight. I feel guilty about that. I feel like I'm cheating or something. There's a part of me that, like, every day I'm thinking I'm totally plateauing. I'm not going to be able to fit any of these shirts. And even if I fit the shirts, it's still, like a fat man fitting into a shirt that he used to wear. So, I start to get in my head a little bit, and I have to, like, push those thoughts back and say, dude, just enjoy the journey. It's part of, like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Don't beat yourself up. Don't start, don't do things that's going to turn into you sabotaging your diet, or what you're trying to accomplish here. And what am I trying to accomplish? I want to be able to fit I guess the dream would be a 46 long blazer. I want to put on a 46 long and look good as good as I looked, No, you see, that's unrealistic. But I'm sure I could get down to a 46 long. When I was wearing a 46 long, I was 225 pounds. Dropped dead. That's when I had my 6-pack. Well, it was more like a 4-pack. Never quite could get that separation right there. That bottom. That very low bottom part of the ab. It was very flat though for a long time. But what you gonna do? I'm trying to get rid of that guilt. It's like the guilt is still there all the time. It just feels like, just guilt just doesn't go away. And it's like, why is guilt here? Go somewhere else, guilt. Get the hell away from me. I don't want to feel guilty about anything. But I do. I feel guilty that I can go eat ice cream and I'm still losing damn weight and I haven't even been to the gym. It feels weird. And then like underneath this shirt, underneath this sweater, I have on like a workout shirt. You know, one of those cool colored polyester, I don't know, you know, like those ultra dry kind of things. So I'm like, have this kind of athletic look going, and I'm not even in the gym. I'm just posing. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. This intermittent fasting just has me like, I don't know. Yo, check this out. LJ is doing the intermittent fasting as well. And the last couple of days, she's been hit with some major sleep spells, you know, and she's like such an amazing, like the way she can just, she normally falls asleep by 10 o'clock, you know, she has like a full day, you know, she has to get up and, you know, she has so much going on, from getting the children ready, taking them to school, and then throughout the day, she has different things that she's doing, taking care of the home, you know, and also taking care of me to some degree, you know. Yeah, she takes care of me too. She does a great job. So by 9 o'clock, she's done. 10 o'clock, she has those kids in bed before 9 o'clock. She's still cleaning and fixing and doing all those kind of things. What the heck was that? Maybe somebody's radio driving by. That was bizarre. I was almost feeling like it was some sort of Bluetooth happening in the vehicle. But what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking about LJ. She's been, you know, falling into these sleep spells, and she's trying to figure out like what's causing it, because by like 7 o'clock, she's like letting these kids know it's time for bed, and they're like, I thought we were going to bed at 8 o'clock, Ma. So we go to bed at 8 o'clock. She's like, you know, so she's been really, really tired. I mean, uber tired, unlike I've ever seen before. So these sleep spells are real. I kind of haven't had a sleep spell in quite some time. Truthfully, only you would know, because I talked about it the last time I had one, and I don't even remember. And that might just be like a week ago. So it just seems like days feel like, days feel longer sometimes and feel shorter sometimes, and at the same time, it just feels very cosmic. Can I just tell you that? It feels very cosmic, very euphoric to some degree, and not in a sativa kind of a way. More euphoric in a understanding of your body kind of way. It's like you feel like your body is like has a voice, and your body's trying to communicate that voice and bypass the brain, bypass the computer, and talk directly to consciousness, who you are. You know, it's like the body's trying to like say, yo, I've been waiting for you to like talk to me instead of going in your head, you know, and running around eating those chips. So maybe it's like, maybe the guilt that I'm feeling that I want to shake off is maybe some part of the body that's trying to communicate to me that, dude, what are you doing? You know, you know, you can go to the gym and hit the elliptical for 20 minutes. Come on. You know? Or is that just evil thoughts coming into my head and not allowing me to be in the moment? And when that happens, it's going to happen. And instead of me planning on it and trying to make it happen, just let it happen. You know? So I think I'll stand with the thoughts are all evil and lies, and it's not trying to let me be present and in the moment. I think I like that. And not that I like it, that it's, you know, some sort of crutch or anything like that. I like it because it goes back to my original meaning for the intermittent fasting vlog, when I talked about how your mind starts to separate itself from the computer brain that is pushing your avatar body forward. And I just feel like the body is trying to communicate and trying to have its own voice, but the guilt feelings and all that other stuff, those thoughts are there so that you can start making negotiational plans and stop being present right here, right now, in this moment. You want to say to yourself, you know what? The hell with that. I'm not gonna, so what? I had some ice cream, and you feel like you shouldn't be having these things and losing weight. Yes, I'm eating ice cream and I'm losing weight, and I haven't been to the gym. But lately, I started the whole vlog with me walking in steps and feeling better and energetic. So, why am I feeling guilty too? Why am I allowing those thoughts to take over, or even to just stay there? It's like hovering, like a helicopter, just hovering, those thoughts. You know, they're just ready. Boom, ready to get you off your game. And I don't want to do that anymore. I would like to recognize when these thoughts happen. I want to, like I talked about it before, I want to be in a stadium. And I want to just be sitting in a stadium, and I want to just be watching my thoughts go by. I want to just be able to, observe them. Like the way I say they're hovering, recognize where they're hovering, recognize the positioning of where they are in my brain. Kind of feels a little bit like right here, honestly. It feels like there's something right here, and it's a tingling and a sensation of, that constant fear. Constantly being afraid and constantly doubting yourself and constantly wondering if this move or that move is the right move at all times. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I'm just a person. I'm just a human. It's possible that this consciousness of who I am is having its own internal battle. It's fighting the viruses that are these thoughts. These viruses that possibly are all around us. Some sort of, we're being fed on by some sort of, entity that could be in some sort of alternate reality where what we see is, not always what we get. It's possible. I would put on the table that there are things all around us. We just can't see them, If I move my hand really quickly, I can feel that wind in my fingertips. And I can actually not just feel the wind in my fingertips, I can actually feel the pressure and the strength of the wind. And I find that to be pretty interesting. Is this my turn? I find that interesting, very interesting. That I can feel wind in my fingertips. I cannot see the wind. And I've heard of this, people have referenced this before to me in life. But now I feel it even more, especially when you just move your hand, like slap your hand along right in front of you. There's so much going on as far as density. You can actually feel the density with as much pressure as you use on your arm and your hand. You can feel the weight of the air. It's so heavy. It's so amazing, but yet we don't even think about it. We don't even see it. So I would argue that it's possible that there's more going on in this air, in this field that we're in this, in this reality. In this reality, I would argue that it's possible that all around us there are living creatures, and possibly we are their life source. So we go about our days not recognizing that we are part of some sort of, feeding frenzy that's happening. I always think about, and I've referenced this before, and I don't mean to be so repetitive, but I always imagine this man, with those elephantitis feet, each foot with the elephantitis, and his whole body is just like sunken. His shoulders are just totally, from the ears to the edge of the shoulder, it's like one swooping, like a draining, and he's just like an old bag lady, but he just has all these bags, and he's just traveling, and he's just like going from station and train station to train station. He's in every city. This person is in every city you go to. This person, you've seen this person, your mind can envision this person, because this person is part of all of our realities. There's no way you can go where this person doesn't exist. And this person is just, and even if you haven't seen this person, that's only because we are, for the most part, in our own like worlds, in our own bubbles. But that person is around. We just haven't noticed them, if you haven't seen that. And if you're pushing back on what I'm saying, and a little pushback is cool. Push back. I push back all the time. I had someone tell me recently, you don't believe in anything. And I was just like, I'm sorry I upset you. You didn't upset me. She's like, you just don't believe in anything. I said, I actually believe in a lot. I just question everything. I believe in a lot, and I'm very passionate about what I believe in. Anyway, I digress. So, you got this guy with all this weight on his shoulders, and I would say if we were able to have a special pair of glasses, like predator glasses, where we can see different, different screens or different levels of seeing, and what we would see is this man with just parasites, just these creatures just sucking on his neck and his face, and just all the weight, and they just traveling like it's just, they're just feeding on his sorrows and his fears and all of these things, and he's just so weighted down, and he's just traveling with these big elephantitis feet, these weird arms, and he's just almost looks like a man in a weird suit. It doesn't even look real, looks alien. And what we don't see is that his life force is just like they're just sucking it. Like it's just, he's some sort of like, event for them. Like, oh my God. Like they have to like take a number and maybe wait their turn for them to get the ability to like just plant one of their tentacles into, and I also thought like, what if there's like this proverbial feeding tube that's coming directly out of our subconscious, and there's like entities that are just, casually slide in with a thought, and they get to suck on that subconscious, slide in with another thought, and they get to suck on your subconscious, and all those little endorphins and all that stuff that you fear, what they call that, adrenochrome, they just little light, have you hating yourself, little light, no big deal, So I think all of this is on the table. If someone is finding this to be just absolutely insane, I understand. This is crazy land. This is absolutely crazy land. But don't tell me you haven't seen this person. Don't tell me that everything that you see is all that you get. Please don't go. Let's not play that game. Let's keep it real here. So yes, this is crazy land, but we're only here for 80 years. I got half of that out of here. It's time to start thinking crazy. It's time to start thinking outside the box. It's time to start noticing things you never noticed before. It's time for you to use that phone that's in your pocket, that you're spending all that money on, and not wait till later to look it up. Look it up right then, right now. You there somewhere with somebody? Look it up. Don't wait. Empower yourself. We have the power right in our fingertips. Oh yes, we do. And intermittent fasting has helped me with this. Big time. Oh, I gotta take this. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Oh, I went to hang up, but he hung up, and I will call him right back. But I appreciate you. You know what to do. Intermittent fasting. What did we talk about today? We talked about how there's possibly some sort of life forces all around us that could be potentially sucking our adrenal comb S-style juices that we have, and I don't know, but I got to take that call. Sorry. Boom.